See the little guy? And I have it set up. There you go. They come up randomly, but there are times when all of them go down real fast, as though they were startled. And I have to tell you another quick little story. I did this 3 times before I got to the point where I was using servos. I did it with cams, and I did it with a crankshaft. Bad. They always went up at the same point. You never had them all down, right? Think about the valves on a car. Do you ever have all the valves in one? No, that would be not good. So I didn't like it. So I got 5 I used on that one. 5 servos and a microcontroller, and they're random, except occasionally they all go down. And that's been running since November. And they're still working. Pretty cool. Okay, that's the prairie dogs. So that's my rendition of the prairie dog video. Okay, let's continue. Oh, there's the outhouse at Phipps. Looks better than mine. There's the prairie dogs. And we did put little signs in here that said Prairie Dog Town. And there's the little mounds, and there's a big hollow box underneath that has all that stuff. And I'm shocked that they're still running. Pittsburgh had a reasonably nasty, wet, snowy winter. And Phipps usually runs the trains every day as long as there's not 6 inches of snow. And they're still going. Okay. Speaking of animation, how about an animation without movement? If you look in the dictionary, animation doesn't necessarily mean movement. It means bringing life to. Southwest, that's a picture at Phipps. One of our members, the same artistic one that carved the little prairie dogs, she built a gold mine shack type thing into the mountain. And we decided it'd be kind of cool to have an explosion. And we had a lot of thoughts about that, and it would be really neat to have stuff flying out of there. But you know, how would you maintain that? I don't want to be out there every day putting in more stuff. So we decided we would do this. High quality sound effects coupled with a bright flash from within the mine. Now, where do you get a bright flash cheap?
Disposable camera.
What an idea. Okay, if you use a disposable camera, or if you're nice to the guy at the local Rite Aid, Eckerd, they will give you these. Because they just send them back for recycling. I don't think anybody keeps track of them. And if you take it apart, you can harvest, how's that for a word, the innards. And this is the circuit board for a perfectly functional electronic flash. Now, I will say this though. Let me go ahead a bit. Extracting and reworking the disposable flash unit takes only a few minutes. There it is. See this little guy down here? That's capacitor. I want to show you something else. High voltage. See that number? That's DC volts. That little capacitor is storing 317 volts DC from a 1.5 volt penlight battery. I just finished writing this article. John's going to publish it, I think, next Wednesday on Large Scale Online. And there's all sorts of cautions about wear rubber gloves or at least dry fabric gloves. It'll ruin your day. If your bladder's full, it won't be anymore. Okay, so you want to take a lot of care with it. But that's how you do it. And now, this is really kind of exciting to me. I've always liked sound. The outhouse is a $8 or $9 dual channel soundboard that you can buy from a company called Electronics 123 in Ohio. And it'll record like 10 or 20 second sound clips. The quality wasn't bad, but it wasn't wonderful. I wanted high quality sound for this because I wanted the guy to yell out, you know, clear the area, we're going to blast, and then fire in a hole, and I wanted a really good kaboom. Well, what I found, there is a microcontroller operatable, that English, MP3 player that you can get for about 40 bucks. And the pickaxe will talk to it. That's it right there. And the coolest part, you store the sound files on a thumb drive. You know, a little USB memory stick, so that you don't have to go through all this downloading files. Instead, you plug it into your computer, put the sound files on it, and then put it into the gizmo and use them. Let me continue.
Is this all on your website?
Yes. This article's not yet because it hasn't been published, but it will be.
Oh.
Yeah. And all the stuff fits into the little building. Here it is right here. That's the little building. This is a model of a model. How bad is that? And here's the mine, little guy whose hand's supposed to be up. Put your hand up. Inside of this is, there are two speakers facing down. This is the amplifier from the insides of an old pair of computer speakers. And there's the microcontroller right there on the side. There's that audio board. And when I push this button, everybody listening?
Clear the area. Blasting in 10 seconds.
That's to let the train go by. Long time, huh?
Fire in the hole.
Fire in a hole. I have kids who won't leave FIPS. Mom, I want to see it one more time. And she has to wait for the train to go 250 feet the whole way around this thing to come back. Okay. Animation without motion. There's the MP3. Here's what's exciting about this MP3 thing. Where is the other one is here. Here's another one. This is the same thing. I also hooked this up. This is one of my other favorite things that I discovered recently. Another Chinese company selling, this is an 8-channel radio control. The transmitter and the receiver together that ties right into the pickaxe is under 30 bucks including shipping. And if I push number 1 on here, if I have it set up right, oh no, oh no, oh no, wait a minute. I read somewhere you have to turn this thing on to make it work. We'll try again. No.
So those speakers were not for your microphone.
No. Aw.
Clear the area. Blasting in 10 seconds. Fire in the hole.
You're doing that from here. How's that for audio?
You missed.
Gotcha. And just to give you an idea, here's another one. That's the prairie dogs. Those of you that are in the front can tell it's going from side to side. You can put anything you want on there, it doesn't matter. And another train related.
What is that? You have 8 different MP3 players, correct?
One MP3 player, 8 files.
Okay.
And the MP3 player can store as much stuff as your stick can store. And what I do is I have 7 buttons I'm using. Number 8 stops it. You need that. What you do is you name all the files 1.mp3, 2.mp3, 3.mp3. You with me? And the cool part, let's say you have this on your railroad and you announce, train arriving on track 7. If Mr. Jones is coming, you pull the thing out before he comes, put it in your computer, say, train arriving for Mr. Jones on track 7. You stick it in, and when you hit number 4, you get that.